and welcome to Catalyst Happy Hourish with me, Anthony.
And me, Darren.
And we are back after a week off, which we are very sorry for. There's no real excuse. We just didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah, I think, we're going to change our outro in this, and we're here mostly some Fridays at 2 p.m.
I think it's going to have to be the case. Who knows? We might even change to doing it fortnightly. But at the moment, we're going to try our best to do weekly.
It's going to be fortnightly.
It's going to be fortnightly, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we'll say it now. We're going to be here every fortnight.
Every fortnight.
Okay, every 2 weeks we will get a podcast order for you. And the next one, don't forget to tune in for the next one, though.
Yeah.
Because that will be, we're going to try somehow and record bits from Big Church Day Out.
We are.
And then it will not be chucked out on that Friday, okay? So have a look. It'll be coming out probably the following Friday. So it'll be a 3-week gap this time, I reckon. You reckon? Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, you're going to have some clips. We're trying to see if we can get some music and...
Yeah, but you never know. We might even attempt to go live a little bit when we're there. Probably not.
After our last experience. Actually, it might work a little bit better, though, because We're together. So, yeah, anyway, you need to do the intro bit. Come on.
I do. Sorry. So we're back. But if you haven't heard any of our other podcasts, head over to our website, www.catalystshoot.org.uk, where you can find all those podcasts, as well as our YouTube. We've got some blogs. We've got all our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as our email addresses, which are Darren, Antony, or info@catalystshoot.org.uk. Send us questions, send us discussions to talk about, because although we say we're going to go fortnightly, if we do find there's like a particular event happening one week, or if we've got a guest coming on, we wouldn't say no to recording one every now and again each week. But for our sanity, we need to...
we could actually do one next week. What's your diary looking like next week?
Well, if we plan it now, probably I could make it work.
Because I reckon we could watch the first episode of Obi-Wan.
Yes.
And then do a podcast of what we think. Did it meet our expectations? And try not to give spoilers of the first one.
Okay, so we'll have one next week. Then we'll have a break for the week after, because that's when we're away, and then join us for our Big Church podcast.
So welcome to our podcast of planning. You're welcome.
However, we have got a topic today which we think... Well, it's definitely going to cause discussion between Darren and myself, but it's also one that I feel like will divide in homes where you're listening. I feel like it's a topic that does divide people. I think we have touched on it very early on when we started the podcast, but we're going to touch on it again because we can, because it's our podcast.
Yeah, and if you don't like it...
find another one.
Find another podcast.
However, I'd just like to give a shout out to Teresa. Thank you for checking in that everything was actually okay when there wasn't a podcast, because I realised we put nothing up.
We did. We I mean, she asked if you guys... What was... Are you guys all right? I think was a message, wasn't it?
Do you know what? I'll read the message. Because that's
I thought it was quite comical. Like, she sees me every week. So.
Hey guys, where's this week's podcast? I can't find it on Amazon. Now what am I going to do my own into? Hope you're both well. Lots of love. Which is nice. She checked in. And, I'd like to also apologise, because we did reply to that message, Teresa. Darren, I don't know if you can see this. We did reply to that message, but we haven't replied to, the last 3 that you sent us. So, sorry.
Oh, well.
But yes, so today we are recording this on the 20th, so this will be coming out 2 p.m. today.
Indeed.
And the weekend just gone, on the 14th of May, something happened.
I did my garden.
You did your garden? Yeah, I'd messy church, to be fair.
I put the plants in, cleaned the garden up, did a tip run, the usual, adult stuff. Garden looks lush, though.
That's good. I can't believe we've moved on to talking about gardening on our podcast. I never thought.
And our guest this week is Alan Titchmarsh.
Can you imagine?
Oh, dear.
I wouldn't know.
What's the other woman that used to do the gardening program with him?
Charlie Dimmock.
Yeah, Charlie Dimmock. She's changed, hasn't she? I know we're going off topic.
He has changed.
In comparison to what she was, I was like, oh.
So anyway, let's not talk about Charlie Dimmock. But we are going to be discussing Eurovision because that happened last Saturday, 14th of May, for about 4 hours of our lives.
That we'll never, ever get back.
So, Darren, I mean, initially then, first reactions to Eurovision. Not just this time, but Eurovision in general.
Dull, isn't it? I think for me, I mean, it's just... I used to have a T-shirt with a slogan written on it, same something, different day. And that's what it's always been. You think it always came across, it is a political point system, and it reflects on what's going on politically at that time.
Yeah, we definitely will discuss politics with this later, just a trigger warning for everyone listening.
And I mean, it has changed now. It's become more open.
Yeah.
Because public can now vote, whereas before they couldn't.
Yeah.
But the jury's still in there. Yeah.
I'm just going to find out a bit of history for Eurovision. You keep talking.
And and some of the songs. I mean, for instance, trying to figure out which country it was.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. Before we go on to that, because I've got things I can comment about a lot of the songs there. But you are right. It is the same each year. However, I never used to really. I'd have it on, watch it, be like, oh, that's quite cool, yeah. But that's me just enjoying music and that type of thing. It's only in the last few years where I now meet with friends to watch it that I've really got into it, because that gives you. Do
you have a Eurovision party?
No. So what we do is
so it's not a party.
No, we had a barbecue.
All right, Boris.
We had a barbecue.
Was it a gathering?
It was a gathering.
Was it a work meeting?
It was a gathering. We had wine actually.
Did you have cheese
on the burgers?
Oh, there we go. Look, you've heard it here first.
But no, so we don't do it as a let's do something for Eurovision. It just happens to be that this year it fell on it and it worked out quite well, because we're like, right, perfect, we'll do that, and then we'll do Eurovision with it.
It was a lovely day though for a barbecue.
Well, it was really nice. And Georgia was on. It worked out really nicely because Georgia was on a friend's hen do during the day, so they were out during the day for that. Us guys had a barbecue, and then the girls came back from the hen do and joined us for food and Eurovision.
Nice.
But yeah, so I've really enjoyed it since we've started doing it with people, because I think it gives it more of an element of, I don't know, as you say, like some of the songs are ridiculous, so you have people to sit there and be like, what was that? And, take the mick of it a bit, and just makes it a bit more interesting than just sitting at home by yourself like, oh, come on, UK, score us 0.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be better if you were drinking and taking the mick out of it. I think that would be
nice.
A better way to watch it.
But what I find fascinating with Eurovision is it started here in 1956, it says.
Mm.
But to begin with, I'm just trying to find out how many there were, because it was only like 8 countries or something, wasn't it, when it first started?
Yeah, and I mean, Eurovision plus Australia. I mean, the clue's in the name, isn't it?
I'm just trying to see how many... Oh, there you go. 7 countries participated in the first contest, right? 7. There's now, what, 24 of them was there this year? 25 of them?
40?
Yeah, but no, like in the actual final.
There were 40... there was 40...
I thought there was 40 overall, and then they cut it down to 25 for the final.
I'm just looking at the results. Yeah, 25.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's 40 overall, like, do all the semi-finals and stuff.
Well, probably 42.
Well, yeah.
They had to take off, a couple of countries because they're being naughty at the moment.
They did. But 7 countries in the first one. That's mad to think.
That would have been better to watch.
So yeah.
Less time sat in front of the telly.
Because we weren't even in it for the first one.
I would have watched that one then.
It was Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Switzerland.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, there's a bit of history for you. But so I just find that a bit crazy, and I think I also find it stranger that the year that ABBA won it, which was 1970
something.
Any ideas? Shout your answers now.
Yeah, can't hear you. Shout louder.
Oh, I think I heard the answer. Yeah, 1974. So
well done to whoever that was. Probably Teresa.
But when ABBA won it in 1974, that competition was held at the Brighton Dome, which is obviously near where I live, which is tiny.
It was proper big Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You then look at it now and you're in these huge arenas. So let's talk this year's then.
Yeah, I think our song, Sam Ryder, shout out, amazing.
Yeah, really good.
He comes across as and like he's got the same kind of voice as another singer, and the name's just gone out of my head. He was a captain in a tank regiment in the army, and then became a singer.
James Blunt.
Yeah, he's got a James Blunt voice, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Excuse me, my hay fever's affecting my throat today. But yeah, and I think Spaceman, I mean,
was a good song.
Really good song. And
do you know what I liked about it as well? Is it was good live. Like that was like a proper showing that he did.
Yeah.
I know some songs you listen to and you go, oh, that's a good song. You watch it live and it's like, that was dull. But he genuinely had energy to him.
He was loving every minute of it.
He was.
I have never seen so many times the UK was chucked in a little clip in between songs this year.
It's mad, isn't it? And do you know what? Do you know what I love? I mean, for those that haven't seen Eurovision, we are going to spoil it. But if you've managed to dodge it, good work. You must have really hidden in a room for the last week.
Where have you been living under a rock? I think. I mean, you can't.
The fact that last year we got 0 points, dead last. This year we came second, and this year, realistically, we only came second because Ukraine are at war.
Ouch.
It's true.
Ouch.
And this is where the politics comes into it. Because although Ukraine were all right, but the vote would have come in because, and it's brilliant to see that everyone's coming together and showing that support. But I really do think we would have topped it.
Oh yeah, we would have, hands down. I mean, we got 466 points in the end. Ukraine got 631. We were obviously in first place until jury votes.
Yeah. Well, no, until public votes, wasn't it?
Public votes, sorry.
Yeah. And fair play to Ukraine, because they got, just before we come back to that in a second, but fair play to Ukraine because they got, what was it, 431 points or something from the public vote. The most
anyone ever got, I think.
Yeah, because the majority you can get is something like 468. They were about 30 points off getting the max. That's hands down, fair play. That is brilliant. And it does show the support people have given. And I might be, I sounded very cynical and harsh then when I said the only reason it is because of the war. But they are going through a tough time. So it is nice to see that happen. But it's nice to see the UK actually up there for the music as well. And also because we've done a lot to support them, I think. And everyone was like, oh, let's put them up top as well.
Hashtag knighthood for Sam Ryder.
Well, I just love. Sorry, what were you going to say a minute ago?
I was going to say I really don't understand the point system in respect of the phone-ins.
Yeah.
And the text-ins. And one thing that really annoyed me was download the app. So I thought, we download the app and we can vote. No, download the app, press who you want to vote for, and it says call this number. So you couldn't even vote for the app. So you had to spend money. I mean, we didn't because, we just didn't.
Didn't want anyone to win except the UK.
But it was, I don't understand that point system. It just doesn't make any sense.
Nah. But we did get the most British reaction that we would ever see at Eurovision. Is the moment that Sam Ryder was given his first 12 points. Most people, would celebrate, be thanking everyone. What did our little group do? Shouted, "We got points," over and over and over.
But can I just say, France gave us 12 points, didn't they?
They did.
I nearly fell off my chair. And I mean, because it is being political. And, last year, obviously, was it last? No, it didn't happen last year, did it?
No, it did last year. It didn't happen in 2020.
Was it 2019 then when it was on? And we were going through Brexit at that point?
Probably.
We got 0 points, didn't we, that year, I think?
No, we got 0 last year.
Was it 0 last year? That was because I think, 0 last year, because that would have been Brexit done and dusted.
Right.
And just crazy. Because then you just go, well, that's political. You're not judging the song, you're judging the country.
Yeah.
Because last year's song was all right as well, I thought. It was a woman, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
No, it was that James Newman last year. It was okay.
Or was that the woman the year before then?
Yeah.
Can't remember now. It was so long ago. But literally, I mean, I was sat there watching Eurovision. And I mean, I'm not a keen Eurovision song contest watcher. I would gladly not watch it and watch something else because it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
It's a really, really, really long time you're sat there watching. I mean, I would have easily just come in and watched it from the points when they started giving the points out.
Yeah.
And I could not believe it. I mean, we started watching from about 20 past 8:30. So we didn't watch from the very beginning. So we missed a few of them. But there was one song, but I can't remember what country it was, that we started watching when this song was on. Give That Wolf a Banana from Norway.
Come on, Norway.
And I watched that and I turned to Sarah and it was like, what on earth are we watching? Give that wolf a banana so we don't eat your grandma or something was the lyrics. And it's like,
so we don't eat granddad.
It was, I was lost for words. Then another song that just blew my mind, like how to not wash your hands properly.
Right. So, and this is...
You're meant to wash for 20 seconds. She was not washing for 20 seconds.
Let's move on to this one. So that was Serbia, right?
I'm looking through the list now, trying to figure out which country it was.
Yeah, In Corpore Sano from Serbia, right? We watched that one and all of us were like, that was dreadful. That was rubbish. It finished 5th.
Yeah.
How did it finish 5th?
I didn't get it.
I don't understand. It's the whole... Don't know what that dance is. No. Not that anyone could see it.
If you watch Eurovision, you know the dance. Antony just tried then to, relive the moment. But yeah, I did not understand that song at all. Something about healthy artists, I think, was the kind of bottom line. But it was it's weird. And I'm trying to find the song that I really liked, and I was like, if I couldn't vote for the UK, these would have been the people. There was a group of men, I think it was.
Oh, was it? Was it Moldova?
Moldova. Let me just.
Was it like the one that was rapping a little bit with the cap and the red coat, and he was quality?
I'm trying to find it. Malta, Finland, North. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Hang on.
While you do that, but I do want to say, like, you know, Ukraine's entry was a good one. There was like the bit with the whistle that he was doing was great. But I just think, obviously, it did show it to be a bit political, and maybe that's just our opinion. But fair play to him. Is that the one you found it? Darren is dancing for everyone that can't see this.
I think it's that one. Yeah. It was a really boppy song, and it was just enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's mad. And I mean, what I loved about it this year as well, they didn't do very well, but the Rasmus from Finland with Jezebel. I grew up listening to the Rasmus. The fact that they were in Eurovision this year was like, yes. They were, I mean, you know, his voice isn't up to what it was anymore, but it was great. They came like quite near the bottom. So,
where did they come? What country was it?
Finland.
When they came 21st.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, there were some good songs in there, I must admit. But do you know what the rules are regarding artists that perform on Eurovision? Because there are some rules, and they can't be.
So the song that they do on Eurovision cannot have been in the charts before. It has to be a brand new original song. So when it's released in like February or whenever they announce the song, it can then go into the charts then. Building up to Eurovision, but it can't have been in the charts before. It has to be a brand new original. So all those people that, you know, go, well, why don't the UK just send someone like Elton John and just get him to do Still Standing? That's why. It's a song that's already been in the charts. You can't.
Right. Okay. Because I think, you know, we've got some really good artists. I think one thing that did really well for Sam is that his TikTok following.
Yeah. Oh, hugely.
I think was a massive impact. And I think we need to learn from that and actually, you know, do it again. You know, he became famous by singing, was it Mariah Carey songs in his kitchen or something? Or Britney Spears in his kitchen?
No, Alicia Keys, wasn't it? I think.
Whatever, you know, that's how he became famous. And that's how he got to where he is now. Amazing. Because he was just doing that during lockdown. And it just shows that, you know, somebody doing those silly little videos in lockdown, and he's then on a stage pretty much being broadcast to the entire world.
Yeah.
Apart from Russia.
Coming second. Apart from Russia, yeah.
And coming second, you know, 466 points. You know, just less than less than 200 behind the Ukraine.
He achieved more points than the last 11 UK entries.
Yeah, don't surprise me.
And he's en route currently. We'll find out today. Or do we find out
UK number Sunday. 1, isn't it?
Yeah, and it would be the first time a UK has got a Eurovision entry has got number 1 this century or something.
When do they do the count?
Because he is the most successful Eurovision act since Katrina and the Waves in 1997. That shows you how long it's been since we did anything good.
Spaceman is getting super, super close to being the official UK number 1. And Sam says that he fully believes that he can do it.
Yeah.
Let's get this and make history together. I mean, he's a good guy.
He is. But I mean, one thing I know that I said at the beginning about Ukraine, and you know, they wouldn't have won on the music. However, this is quality. I just love that he's doing a one-handed whistle. I just think that's so good.
Isn't it a just a bring together of all the kind of Ukrainian style music?
Yeah.
Which I thought was amazing, and it was really, really good to see that they were there, especially with what's going on. And actually, they're all service personnel as well.
Yeah.
So they're all serving in the Ukrainian army fighting against Russia.
They're truly well-deserved winners. And it's so good to see that support coming from around the world. It's just a shame that it fell on the year that we actually had a chance.
Yeah. But you never know. Next year, we've done it this time. Let's see if we can try and do something next year.
Yeah, and if you'd like to see the UK send Catalyst Youth UK as your next Eurovision entry, call this number on.
Okay, so what song would we do?
Well, we'd have to write our own. It has to be original.
It would be original. We could use the one we used around the campfire many years ago, our cheese wrap. So if you came to camp and you're listening to this, you will know what we're talking about. I cannot for the life of me remember what it was like. But just to let you know that it's in 7 hours, 21 minutes will be the new top 40.
So it's tonight then.
So tonight. So stay close to your TV and get ready for that, because I reckon he's probably going to do it.
Oh, surely. Well, if you look at, I don't know whether iTunes is one to go by, but if you look at the charts at the moment, he is currently number 1 and number 2, because he's got Spaceman as number 1 and Spaceman, the Eurovision Song Contest edit, as number 2.
But he's got to beat Harry Styles, hasn't he? Yeah. He's currently at the top.
No, so Sam Ryder, I think, has overtaken him.
He's overtaken him now.
I think he's there. I think they're very close.
Yeah. So, forget Harry Styles this week, guys. Just get his song next week.
Yeah.
How do they do the singles charts now?
I've got no idea.
Used to be sales.
Something to do with Spotify listening as well.
It's really weird now. I don't really understand. So it used to be, if you went to the shop and you bought the song, or if you bought the song and downloaded it, that was what it was. But now we've kind of moved away from buying CDs and everything to being a streaming generation of just all the music's there. Just pay your subscription and stream it, or don't pay and listen to the adverts and then stream it.
Yeah.
So,
But before we move away from Eurovision, because we haven't got much more to say on it, I don't think. But before we do, Darren, I know you're not a massive Eurovision fan, but is there any songs that you can think from history of the Eurovision that stand out, whether that's as a good song or whether it's just so blooming ridiculous?
I mean, there were loads.
Yeah.
But there was one UK entry.
Oh, UK.
I'm literally Googling it now to find out the actual name.
I can tell you. Is it Scooch?
No.
Is it Daz Sampson?
No, it was a woman.
A woman?
Who sung it. I'm just looking through all of our entries now. To give you a bit of context, 22 we came second, 21 we came 25th, 2020 we didn't. We were 26th, 24th, 15, 24, 24, 17, 19, 25. 2009 we were in the top 10.
Who was that?
It's My Time by Jade Ewan.
That was an Andrew Lloyd Webber song.
2002, Comeback, we came third.
Who's that?
So I just scrolled up again. Third. That was Jessica Garlick.
Yeah, great name.
98, Where Are You? There it is. 1997, the year I left school, with Katrina and the Waves, Love, Shine a Light.
That's the most successful UK entry up until Sam Ryder.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah. However,
in every corner
it still frustrates me a little bit. She's American. The rest of the band are from the UK.
Mate, Australia's in it, all right? Let's just leave it there.
But
leave it there.
It shows though, the last time that we did anything like up high and won it, wasn't even from our
so literally 97 we won it last.
Yeah.
Before then was 81 with Bucks Fizz, Making Your Mind Up. Before that was...
They showed their little skirts on there.
Yeah, 76 we won it with Save All Your Kisses For Me. Do, 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 do. Bye, bye, baby, bye, bye. We're never going to get copyrighted for this.
No.
And then 1969, Lulu with Boom, Bang, a Bang. Boom, Bang, a Bang, Boom, Bang, a Bang, do, do, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we did quite well. Because then 2 years previous to that, Sandy Shaw, Puppet on a String.
That is probably the worst entry we've ever sent. Even with the ones that all came and got 0, that is still probably the worst.
Though, so take it. And then that is it. So, and then, so we entered in 1957 was our first song.
Debut.
With Patricia Bredin with All.
Okay.
All.
Okay. Well, for me, a standout.
Yeah, sorry.
Is 2007 Ukraine. Okay? Don't worry, I'm going to play you a snippet for everyone at home going, I don't think I know that one. Because you will. And it will be stuck in your head all day. So you're welcome.
Right, okay. Before we get copyrighted. I mean, I remember a little bit German. That song was 7, 7, 7, 1, 2, 3. 7, 7, 7. It was like one of those
7, 7, alolo, 7, 7.
I think it was like a code. They were sending code for the Eurovision. It's like some top secret thing that it penetrates people's brains and turns them into people like you.
Well, it's really funny. Song. I'm just sorry. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because someone's commented on the YouTube video saying, "Imagine being a Russian soldier in Ukraine. You're guarding at night, and then out of nowhere, this song starts playing."
That is torture. 100% torture.
There you go. Verka Sudarka, 2007, Ukraine.
Yeah, and I mean, I quite like there was another song back in '96, "Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit" with Gina G.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have done some really good songs, but the thing is, with it all, and I think we need to wrap it up for the Eurovision side of things.
Yeah,
is that it is trying to, perform a song to countries of different cultures, different languages, and it's trying to find something that's going to connect to everybody. Yeah. And that it must be the hardest thing, especially for a songwriter. We had Elton John wrote one, didn't he, for the Eurovision?
That was
that last year's?
No, that was a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, and it was just crazy because that was.
I think with Eurovision, let's just send more rock. Hard Rock Hallelujah from Finland, where they're all dressed. That quality.
Was that the one where they were dressed like really scarily?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good song. I think they won that year, didn't they?
They did. Send more like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Sam Ryder's song, Spaceman, go and download it, buy it, whatever you got to do. Let's get him to number 1. And because that'd be really cool. Because I don't think, I'm just looking through the charts now. Did you say nobody's done it since Bucks Fizz 1981 was the last?
I was going to say it will be the first one this millennium, I think.
Yeah, 1981 we got to number 1 and we won.
Yeah.
1976 we got to number 1 and we won.
Yeah, so
1967 again we got to Puppet on a String. It came first and we got to number 1. So yeah, it would be amazing to see it there.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at Still in Love with You by Electro Velvet, got to 114 in the charts.
Nice.
So,
Good effort. Well, that's our Eurovision spiel over.
Let us know what song you like the best. And also let us know what song over history have you liked. Whether it's a UK one or another country. Let us know. It'd be interesting to hear your views on it. And perhaps, you never know, we may even do a Eurovision party.
For what?
For the next Eurovision.
Should we do a Eurovision themed camp next year?
We could do a Eurovision sleepover weekend. Cool. That could be a sleepover night. Nobody will turn up.
Busy on Eurovision night.
Here we go. Okay. Eurovision camp
would be amazing. We could do something with each country. We could have our own Eurovision song contest at the end of it.
I mean, it kind of links into what we're doing this year.
Does.
But talking of camp, don't forget time is running out, people, for camp. We have to pay the fee at the beginning of June. So monies needs to be paid in, and we definitely need your booking forms if you're coming along. I was actually given another booking form this week, which was really good. So we've got an extra one coming. But one's also dropped off my end as well. But yeah, if you want to come along to camp, get in touch.
Please do.
As long as you're aged between 11 to 17 and you're part of our groups, or you live locally to our groups, and we can see you and make sure you're real.
Yes. And if you're not real, just send us some money anyway. We can do it.
We will gladly spend your money.
However, Darren at the beginning of this said, "Do you have Darren's dilemmas?" And I went, "I could find some." And he went, "Probably won't get time anyway." But I think we've got time.
No, I think we're running over our time.
We've got time. So I've got 3 for you today. Not 4, just 3.
Okay.
This is Darren's dilemmas. I have branches, but no fruit, trunks, or leaves. What am I?
A bank?
Yeah! 1 out of 1 so far. You're on it now. Okay. What starts with a T, ends with a T, and has tea in it?
What starts with a T?
What starts with a T, ends with a T, and has tea in it?
What starts with a T?
Ends with a T and has tea in it.
Starts with a T. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Teapot.
Yes! 2 out of 2. Are you ready for your final one?
I don't think I'm going to get this one.
Well, I think they're quite easy ones today. I've been easy on you. Which is heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
They're both the same.
Hey! All right, I'm going to give you a 4th one.
I'm going to give you one.
Oh, okay.
What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence?
Time to get a new fence.
Yeah, time to fix the fence.
Okay, I've got your final one.
Yeah.
How much dirt is in a hole that's 2 feet by 3 feet?
None, because you've dug a hole.
None, because there's a hole. 4 out of 4. High score. Woo! That's it.
Okay, one for you, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
What has one eye but can't see?
A needle.
Right. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Hang on. I'm going to find difficult riddles.
Was that right?
Yeah, whatever. 27 of the hardest ever riddles. Here we go.
Bring it.
Okay. Let's see if you can get this. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
I speak without a mouth.
I speak without a mouth. I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
It's the second bit that's thrown me off, that I hear without ears.
So I speak without a mouth. I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Now he's stumped.
I am.
Anybody at home know?
I've got no idea. Go on.
An echo.
There
There you go. See. One more, and then we'll wrap it up.
See, you get well into it, don't you?
You measure my life in hours, and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin, and slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy.
What the hell? Say that again.
So you measure my life in hours, and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin, and slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy.
Is it sand or an egg timer? I can't work out what the actual answer is for that, though.
Well, which one?
Well, say again.
You measure my life in hours, and I serve you by expiring. I'm quick when I'm thin, and slow when I'm fat. The wind is my enemy.
Measure my life in hours. Quick when I'm thin, slow when I'm fat.
And the wind is my enemy.
It's that bit that's thrown me off. No, it hasn't. It's a candle.
Thank you so much for joining us this week for Catalyst Happy Hour-ish. If you've got any questions, you can contact us using our email address, either Darren, Antony, or info@catalystyouth.org.uk. Head over to our website, www.catalystyouth.org.uk, where you can find everything about us, about Catalyst, and all the things we're up to, including all the stuff about camp. And look out, the Bible study is also on there. There's no Bible studies on there yet, but they'll be heading there soon. But the page is there as promised. That's about as far as we got. And I think we did actually promise that we'd actually put some on by now. Oh, well, suck it up, buttercups.
We also promised we'd do a podcast every week. But...
Yeah. We're hopefully going to be back next week for a podcast. If not, it will be a couple of weeks after that. Just make sure you follow us or subscribe with the doodah, however you've received your podcast. Some places will actually ping you. Spotify does when a new podcast is released. So head over to Spotify and subscribe over there for us. What else do I usually say? Because the ending's changed now. That's about it. Yeah. So as always, it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him. We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
It's a candle, isn't it?
It's a candle, yeah.